Hi everyone, this is the third video in my SEO PowerSuite series. This one is SEO Spyglass. I run Rank Tracker every day, and so I use it to check all my keywords, and every once in a while when I want to do keyword research, that's what I'll use to. Still, that being said, SEO Spyglass is by far my favorite tool in the series. I absolutely love this thing. I don't use it as much as I used to, but in the early days when we were first getting started and I was helping my wife build up her website, this thing was just the greatest thing ever. I loved it, worth the price of admission alone. What it is it's designed to analyze a website on the internet, whether it's yours or not. Usually it's, for competitors, even though I used to run it on mine all the time too. And it looks and finds every link on the internet to them and then analyzes it. And so you can look at all the criteria. And you know what? Let's just go in and dive into it real quick. So I ran this. There's just a website I grabbed. It was some Glasses website. So you looked and went and pulled all of the links to that on the internet that go to that site. So you can see, it came from Alexa or it came from Google or different places like that. And then here's the page that backlink is from. The title, if it's in there. The anchor text of the link itself, so you can see a lot of them are www or to that, this and that. Whether it has a link back or not, and then if it's no follow, if it is a link, the URL actually to the link, so if it's to the main page or to one of the sub pages in there. The page rank of the page that the link is on, a handy little thing. The external links and the total links, and then it looks at all of these different things. It looks at the page rank, it looks at the age of the domain, it looks at all those different things of the page that the link to your competitor is on, and then it assigns it what's called a link value. This is the greatest thing ever, because what it is okay, let's say that this was a competitor of ours and we wanted to try to get our search engine rankings as good as them. You run this, it does the list, you analyze it. Takes a little while, even with all the proxies or whatever on a big long one. It can take a little bit to run. I used to have it sometimes take like 1-2 hours before I got proxies. Now it's a lot quicker. But we can come here, we can click on link value, and what we just did is sort all the links by which ones were most valuable to them according to this. It's a guess, but it's a pretty good guess. They're constantly upgrading the algorithm. It's taking, you can see the high PRs, the links, this and that. And so now we know, to this one right here, what's the most valuable link to them. It's an article on eHow about eyeglass cable temple tips. Okay, so now we know if I'm starting up a glasses thing too, I'm going to try to go to eHow, maybe write an eHow article somehow get my link on there too. And that's what the end result is. It's, okay, these guys have a much better search engine ranking than I do. So I'm going to look at them, figure out what links they have that are helping me build them, and then try to go there and try to get my links in those same spots. They won't always be able to work, but a lot of times they will. And this was just invaluable when I was starting to, like I said, help my wife build up her page and go there and try to identify, okay, who's really doing good in this, and try to get my links in those same spots. I love this tool. That's the main part of it right here, and then you can actually come over here and look at the report if you want to. It's the same thing. It's got the site. It looks real similar to the website auditor report. The PR, the domain's age, 5 years, 8 months. Okay, it's pretty old. You can see a breakdown of the links, how many are follow, no follow, this and that. You can come down here to the quantity. I just ran this one-off report. I haven't ran it before. Otherwise, you'll see like kind of a 2 lines on this graph, and one is from the number of unique domains, and then the other is the actual total of backlinks. So when I was building up my site, it was pretty cool to start to see the links slowly rise up, and then from 71 IPs from 57 C blocks. That's really important, because a lot of times you'll see like, okay, a junk site may have links from 20 different domains, but then you look and only 3 different IP addresses. It's just the same person trying to create their own link network on the same server. Google's going to catch on to that. They're not going to matter. You can see the links to you broken down by kind of Alexa rank and Google page rank distribution. Kind of a cool little thing. The domain age of the backlink, so you can see if you have some age links or if they're all newer ones or this and that. The geography of the backlinks, which country they're coming from. It can be useful if you're targeting specific countries with yours. Whether they're text versus image links, it's important if you don't have any image links to try to get them in there. Google likes a real natural looking diversity. They want to see, mostly text links, but some image links. Obviously everyone thinks do follow is better, but if all you have is do follow, Google's going to think you're trying to game the system. You want some no follows too. So you can look at all your stuff down here to appear, make sure it appears natural. Top anchor URLs, what is the destination? 33.6% of links are pointing towards this, 22% are pointing towards that, but with www in front. 7.1 index, all three of these are the same thing. So right there you can see like 60% of the links are all pointing to the home page, and then the others are going to a different combination of them. It's kind of useful to see where your texts are going to. Sometimes you'll find like, wow, I got a lot of links to a certain page, and then you kind of figure out, okay, why is that, and maybe use it to your benefit in the future. The same thing, that was where the links are going to. This is the actual anchor text in the links. People used to absolutely hate, like if this is my site, it's not, optometrist attic. People never wanted optometrist attic, they never wanted that type of link because they were going to rank #1 for those keywords, whether or not they got it. But nowadays with Google's looking for anchor text diversity, and Google knows naturally, probably about half of your links, if not more, are just going to be to your website name or www or your name or something like that. They can't just all be, the keywords that you want them to be. So you want them to look natural. You want to spread out your link building and your anchor texts. And so this is kind of a thing to make sure that you're not getting too aggressive with some of your keywords. There's just a lot of good little things in there, and then another, just not a whole anchor text, but just specific keywords in the anchor text. A lot of good things for checking it in here. The top 30 backlinks by value. These are the same things on page 1, just sorted. And then not just the actual links themselves, but the actual domains. So you can see here, eHow, real valuable domain to get a link from in there. Optiboard, wow, okay, so if this is my competitor and I was in that genre, I'm not. Now I know, hey, here's probably a forum or a blog or something that I need to go check out because he's got a link there and it's been very valuable to him. So like I said, this is just an absolutely fantastic tool. It's worth the entire price of the SEO PowerSuite by itself, in my opinion. So I hope you enjoy this. Thank you. Hi everyone. For the second video in the SEO PowerSuite series, we're going to cover the website auditor. We did Rank Tracker last time. This is a handy little program. With the Rank Tracker, you run it every single day for the most part. At least for my sites, I do. With the SEO Spyglass, you run it every once in a while. This you don't run too terribly often, but it's an extremely handy one, especially for a kind of initial assessment for the client. What it basically does, I already ran it. You stick it on a website. It analyzes all the page on that website, and it looks for basically, mistakes, either broken links, things without meta descriptions, all that type of thing. And so you can give it back to the client and let them know to improve their on-site optimization. There's all these different tools. SEO Spyglass, perfect for the off-site, the link builder one for getting the links for the off-site. This is kind of the on-site type of thing, plus with the keywords for Rank Tracker, obviously. So I already ran this. It's I did the same website that I use for the Rank Tracker, the addcouponcode.com. It's a fairly small, simple little website. Took about a minute to gather up all the pages, and then I think it took another 17, 18 minutes to analyze them all. So just so you know, that was with 15 proxies running those. So if you just have one internet connection, then yeah, it's going to be a lot slower. So here we can see it maps out all of the different pages, the different blogs, the categories, this and that for the site. You can see the title, the meta description, the page rank the individual page has, and then some more other things that you don't need to look at too terribly much. Now we're going to go to the website report, the meat and potatoes. You got a couple different reports over here you can pick. Right by default, it's the website audit report detailed view. So now you can see the website, the IP address it's located on, the country, how old it is, the PR rank, the Alexa rank, all those different types of things. Social activity, so if it's been mentioned in Dig, different things like that. You can see the crawl availability, so right here it looks really good. 112 pages are good to crawl, 3 pages have redirects, no crawl errors. That's the only thing you're looking for. You want to make sure there's no pages on your site that are hidden from Google unless for some reason you wanted them to be. The HTML and the CSS, there's going to be a list of errors down at the bottom. I don't worry about it too terribly much. If the site looks good, it loads good, a couple different browsers. I always try to check out mobile too. Don't worry about it. I really don't. You can see the PR distribution for different pages. You can see 3 pages have a PR rank of 4, 2 pages have a PR of 3. Okay. Broken links, link statistics, this and that. No broken links. It's good to go. Now here's where you start to get the meat and potatoes, where you can actually provide some value to the client and just kind of give them a heads up on different things. So page title is too long. I wouldn't worry about too much. A redirect, I'm sure that was on purpose. Okay. Pages with duplicate titles. This has 2 on this one and 4 on this one. That's not too bad. You see some where it's like you'll see websites that have 30 pages all with the exact same title. That's not okay. You want different things. You don't, you want to optimize for different keywords on different pages. Mechanical, I wouldn't worry about too much. Pages with missing or empty meta description tags. 100 pages have no meta description tag on this. That's very common actually. So it just kind of lets them know, hey, if you're trying with this one right here, they're clearly going for certain things. Okay, you've got a blog and it's AdWords voucher per day. You would think you'd want descriptions in there that mention AdWords vouchers or different things like that. So it's just something worth looking for. And some of these are going to be categories. They're not all going to be posts, but some of these are posts and they don't have descriptions. So it's just something they want to address. And then you can see different things down here, pages with too long of URLs or different things like that. These are just recommendations. And then, like I said, the HTML errors, the CSS errors, I don't worry about those too much. I ran one of these earlier today for a client, and what it basically showed is I think it was something like, 17 pages, all had, duplicate titles, this and that. A bunch of them had no descriptions, a bunch of them, all those little things they can just clean up to get their on-site to where it needs to be. And that's what this report's good for. This program, I don't use it too terribly much, but you can also dig down into individual pages too and kind of map it out and see the keyword density and this and that if you want to optimize for a specific term. I just basically use it for a one-off run. Here's the errors on the page. Here's how you can clean it up kind of suggestions, and for that it's absolutely perfect. So if you have any questions, let me know. I hope this helped. Thank you.